afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone here to today's press conference as we celebrate a momentous day in the 114-year history at DUville. My name's Jack Cruiser. I'm the voice of Saints Athletics.
Apologize, the malt box is
All good.
There you go.
All right, Channel 4. I'll be your master of ceremonies for today. I'd like to begin today's press conference to introduce the members of today's stage party. They are Dr. Lori A. Clemmo, DUville President. Dr. Catherine Collins, member of the New York State Board of Regents, 8th Judicial District. Senator Timothy M. Kennedy, DUville class of 1999 and New York State Senator for District 63. Joining us at some moment will be Sean Ryan, New York State Senator of District 60, which encompasses DUville. John Rizek, Student Government President and Doctor of Pharmacy student. And Joseph A. Kozo, Chair of the DUville Board of Trustees. I'd also like to acknowledge two esteemed leaders in the city of Buffalo who join us in today's audience, the Honorable Deputy Mayor Ellen Grant and Buffalo Common Council Majority Leader David Rivera. If we could get a wave. Let's now start today's program. It's my great pleasure to introduce DUville President Dr. Lori Clemmo.
Thank you, Jack, and good afternoon. I'd like to extend a warm welcome and a special thank you to all of you for joining us here today for this historic and celebratory occasion. It is with great pleasure I announce, by the authority of a vote by the New York State Board of Regents earlier this week, that DUville College is now and forever be DUville University. Thank you. Thank you. DYU. You're right, DYU. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In a very real sense, we are celebrating the graduation of our institution today, changing the way we communicate about ourselves, expanding our expectations about the rich experiences we provide our students, and broadening the focus toward the collective impact we aspire to have in society. When I first joined DUville in 2017, I was honored to become a part of this institution's proud tradition of academic excellence, social responsibility, service, and traditions of leading by example in very modest and selfless ways. DUville has unquestionably been, for nearly 114 years, completely dedicated to the education and betterment of others, particularly those which may have needed a helping hand. Today highlights just another example of a moonshot moment, which I am sure our patron saint, Marguerite DUville, would be very, very proud of. Over the past century, we have grown. We have become more complex in terms of programs and size, our diversity, and our interconnectivity. Through this evolution, we have not wavered in our focus toward pushing the limits of what a transformational learning experience means and building what we think is possible for the world, tomorrow and far into the future. But before going any further, it is important to recognize that this has been a long, meaningful journey, fueled by many, and I am honored to highlight the incredible dedication of so many people beginning with our Board of Trustees and Sister Denise Roach for their vision in creating a university structure in 2007. I would also like to thank our very hardworking government officials who serve us every day, but have been especially helpful to us as we have pursued this name change. Dr. Catherine Collins, member of the New York State Board of Regents, 8th Judicial District. She was a force to be reckoned with in Albany. Senator Tim Kennedy, class of 1999. He was our friend all along the journey. Sean Ryan, also helping us in New York State redefine who we are as a university. New York State Assemblyman Jonathan Rivera, and City of Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of these people that stood with us as we took this journey together. All of these people, as well as our very own VP for Institutional Effectiveness and Planning, Jogi Das, have been instrumental in helping us navigate the state-mandated legislative requirements. And finally, a huge thank you to our faculty, our staff, administrators, and most important, our student body and alumni for all of their countless hours of advocacy that they put into helping us down this road. It is this community together which brought us to this moment, an achievement which has been the sum of nearly 2 decades of strategic pursuit of investing and evolving this institution to become more comprehensive in nature and grow capable of propelling our mission in deeper and more lasting ways. So I'd like to touch briefly on what this means for DUville's future, and more specifically, what does this mean for all of you? When thinking about this, my perspective is that it is a mutual benefit, but there are also important intricacies among our stakeholders, each of them all worthy of acknowledging today. From an institutional perspective, university status is all about evolution and transition to becoming an all-encompassing, comprehensive organization. With this comes an expanded focus toward doctoral studies, research, and applied scholarship that will benefit our community. And as many of you know, I am also happy to announce a new Center for Doctoral Studies and Research, which is being built to drive momentum in these arenas, providing a best-in-class opportunity for those who pursue higher-order endeavors at DUville. From a student perspective, it means that there will be a greater opportunity, largely driven by the increasing complex network of partnerships which evolve out of organizations with the scale and the power of comprehensive university systems. With these partnerships also comes more experiential learning, such as clinicals, internships, co-ops, study abroad, and other meaningful connections which are well known to improve learning outcomes and form bridges from education to employment. From an alumni perspective, university status is a matter of pride and prestige. It's about the network and affiliation of over 20,000 graduates in all 50 states and around the world. These ties bring us together and connect us with shared memories and service spanning generations from the past and into the future. And finally, from a community perspective, it puts us on the map globally. I anticipate the new designation will enhance our ability to increase international enrollment and attract the top talent to our region. These changes will provide positive economic impact on the region and stimulate entrepreneurship, which further propels the Buffalo Renaissance, leading the way for new industries and new jobs. It has been a lot of work, a lot of change, and these changes have allowed us to grow. However, the status doesn't change the fundamental nature of who we are and what we do. Rather, it's a recognition of the path we have traveled, but the journey is not over. As a university, we will continue to focus on academic excellence. As a university, we will continually find ways to enhance the student experience. As a university, we will never stop our pursuit of promoting equity and access to high-quality education. Today is a time for us Saints to celebrate this commitment to excellence, innovation, and growth. 114 years ago, upon the founding of this great institution under the Grey Nuns, we became a leader in education, a community of scholars, and a dynamic force in this community. Today, we continue to hold this leadership position with great respect for who we are and where we are going. As Saints, we now stand together. We work together and we lead together. Today is our day. Today, we are D'Youville University. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I would now like to take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Catherine Fisher-Collins to the podium. Dr. Collins is a member of the New York State Board of Regents, and without her tireless work and attention to detail, we would never have been successful in this achievement. In addition to her influential position with the Board of Regents, Dr. Collins is a nurse, an author, and a distinguished educator whose twin dedication to education and health aligns with the passions and ambitions of D'Youville University. She is a driven leader for underserved women and youth in New York State and has held numerous positions in healthcare and education administration throughout our region. She has served for 5 years on the Buffalo Board of Education, is the recipient of more than 70 awards, and was recently honored as one of New York's most powerful women to be recognized at the City and State Annual Above and Beyond Awards ceremony next month. Please extend your warmest Saints welcome to Dr. Catherine Collins. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. I'm going to stop just for 1 minute to take a deep breath. Because this has been a journey that has had so many outstanding people behind the wagon pushing it forward. I'm just one of them. And it was easy for me to get behind D'Youville because of your history and because of all of the wonderful things you have done in our community. Last Tuesday, the New York State Board of Regents unanimously voted for D'Youville to use the title University. Outstanding. A lot of work went into that. I was so pleased to see the entire 17 board members vote for this, because sometimes things get a little shaky down in Albany. And things slow down. When I became a board member, D'Youville was not on the agenda then, but then all of a sudden it ended up on the agenda, and it looked towards me because I'm from this area and I represent the 8 counties of this area. And I was never so thrilled to be able to be behind something like this, because having university behind your name, there's a ripple effect. There's a ripple effect for students who will go on to, hopefully some of the nursing students will go on to medical school. And when their application comes before the medical board and they see university, that means something. When faculty apply for fellowships and for Fulbrights and universities behind their names, that means something. You don't get Fulbrights that easy. Having all these signs around here that says college, your president is going to have a job changing all the names, and we will continue to probably, and I probably will continue to say DeAuville College. But I'll wake up and say, hey, no, this is a university now. I am so pleased to be here with all of you, with the students and the faculty and the staff. Everyone had their fingers in this cake. It's baked now. And now you have to eat that cake, and you have to make sure that you continue to push forward with this university title. It doesn't come easy. 2 other colleges also were voted in. They're not in this area, but I'm pretty sure that once they see the level of specification that you have done here, that they're going to have to really think about if they're able to make the same kind of transition from a college to a university. I congratulate all of you. You have another job. After university, there isn't anything else. That's it. That's it. You're at the top. And you got to stay there. Which means that all of you should graduate, all of you should send back to your alumni office all of the great things that you're going to do because you're a university graduate. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Collins. Now please join me in welcoming New York State Senator and DeUville alumnus Timothy Kennedy. Senator Kennedy is a second-generation DeUvillian, as his mother is 1968 alumna and beloved School of Nursing faculty member Mary Catherine Kennedy. Absolutely. Senator Kennedy is one of DeUville's strongest advocates in state government, and we thank him for his dedicated efforts in seeing this university designation become a reality. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you. Well, first of all, good afternoon, everybody. I want to just start by thanking Jack for emceeing this here today. I want to recognize this wonderful panel up here, Joe, John, Dr. Catherine Collins that we just heard from, a force to be reckoned with in Albany, in New York State, in our community, a wonderful friend. Can we give another round of applause for Dr. Collins, Regent Catherine Collins. Of course, Dr. Lori Clemmo, the first DeUville University president. Congratulations. And if I could, because this was such a team effort, and it really started many years ago under the leadership of the former president, Sister Denise Roche, and the faculty and the Board of Trustees that are here. If I could ask the Board of Trustees just to stand up, please, that are with us here today and be recognized. And she doesn't see this coming, but she's already been mentioned, and I would be in a lot of trouble. I probably couldn't go home if I didn't recognize her, my own mother, Mary Catherine Wilson Kennedy, class of 1968. For any of you nursing students looking for some extra credit or brownie points, call me. I'll put a good word in for you with my mother. She has been DeUville colleges, now Duville University's secret weapon in my little world. I want to recognize a couple people that had a tremendous impact on my life that are here with us today, that were professors and administrators here at Duville, and I'm only seeing two of them, so I apologize if I haven't seen others to recognize. First, he's way up there in the rafters, leading always from the front. Today, he's not looking for any recognition, but I'm going to give it to him. My great friend Tony Spina is in the house, as well as, the guy's a legend. He's an absolute legend here. I know he is. I'm going to get in trouble for this. And my great and dear friend, Dr. Peggy Fry. Is Dr. Fry still with us here? Well, she was one of my professors here when I graduated in 1999 with my degree in occupational therapy. And so, got any OT students in the house? Rehab students in the house, nursing students in the house, everything else. We got Duville Saints in the house today. DYU, the university. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Let me tell you, this is a long time coming. As you've already heard, this reclassification is no joke, and it was not easy to get here. This is literally decades in the making. And I want to tell you how important it is. There's a number of things that I want to say about Duville and the impact on my personal life, but before Duville existed, it was begun in 1908. As Dr. Clemo already mentioned, 114 years this institution has been educating people in our community and across the globe, really. But Saint Marguerite Duville, who founded the Grey Nuns in the 1700s, to which Duville University is the only higher education university, only higher education institution in the world named after Saint Marguerite Duville. But a woman who devoted herself to Christ and to giving to others and to living in poverty and making her entire life about other people. And Saint Marguerite Duville became a saint because in the Catholic faith, only those that epitomize the most reverence to Christ and dedicate their entire livelihoods to Christ are able to attain such stature. And this university was founded in her namesake by the Grey Nuns, which she founded and have gone across the globe in giving back to other people. Duville University has and always will give back to others through you, its students. People that are educated here, that are given the gift of that education, that some people only dream of, and have really a calling to go out into the world and change the world. And it was actually here at Duville that I was being educated. I grew up in the city of Buffalo, in South Buffalo, and I'm a child of the 80s. So I was born in 1976. I'm 45 years old. I look in this room, and I still don't think I've aged all that much. I try to pretend that I haven't. I try to fool myself that I'm still like a college kid. But my life's changed a lot since I went to Duville College. I'm a Duville Spartan. I was reminding Dr. Clemo. She said, well, you're a saint. I said, well, Dr. Clemo, I said, I'm a Spartan. So the class of 99, I had to go in elbows up, sharp elbows down in Albany to try to get these things done. But look, the university had such an impact on my life. As I was going from South Buffalo to Duville every day, Buffalo was in a different place. Buffalo was going in the wrong direction. And people my age at the time, your age today, were literally fleeing our community because of a lack of jobs and opportunities that existed here. They were going other places outside of New York State to find opportunities. So they were being educated here, but then they couldn't go find a job. I was one of the lucky ones that was able to stick around because of my education here at Duville College, now Duville University. Because in healthcare, you can't outsource healthcare. And so it was it was during my education and recognizing that Buffalo was going in the wrong direction that I had a calling of sorts while I was getting my degree to go into politics. And it was actually a professor here at D'Youville College at the time, Dr. Olga Mendel, Dr. Olga Carmen, who said to me one day, "Have you ever thought of getting involved in politics?" And I said, "I think about it every day, but I don't know how." She said, "Volunteer, volunteer." It was the best advice I was ever given. And from that moment on, because of the advice I was given here at D'Youville, that I went into politics, that I went into government, that I started volunteering, learning the system, learning the people, learning the process, giving back to the community. And so I tell each and every one of you, volunteer. Go out into the world, make a difference, learn about the world as it exists, and find ways you want to change it. You want to have an impact. Just yesterday, I came from the Democratic Convention down in New York City, where we were nominating the first woman governor in the history of New York State. She happens to be a Buffalonian, Governor Kathy Hochul, the first governor from Buffalo in 135 years since Grover Cleveland went on to the White House. And we were making a historic nomination yesterday, surrounded by history. The majority leader of the New York State Senate, first woman of color in the history of the state of New York in over 242 years at the time that we made her the majority leader of the Senate, that we were there together yesterday. The first woman and the first woman of color in the history of New York State to lead the majority in the Assembly, one of Buffalo's own and Buffalo's best, Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes. So we're surrounded by history. And it's just a reminder of me when I step into this extraordinary institution, D'Youville University, of what a difference each and every one of us can make in the world. And each and every one of you can go out there and really make a difference, and never let anybody tell you you can't do something. And never let anybody tell you that, oh, this is what you learned at D'Youville University, so you can't do anything different. Because you know what? As an occupational therapist, a lot of people's heads are turning these days in the New York State Senate and across New York State when we're out there hitting home runs for the people of this great state of New York. And you know what I tell them? It all started at D'Youville College, now D'Youville University. So I will tell you, I come here today with great, great pride. And I just want to recognize some folks that made this happen today. Again, they were mentioned already, but I mentioned Dr. Clemo. Also, Jogi Das, thank you so much for your leadership. Nathan Martin, that worked so hard over so many years to make this happen. And, the VP of Operations. And D'Youville University is just getting started. We together are hitting home runs. D'Youville University is at the precipice of its potential in going out there and changing the world. But every single day that you are here at D'Youville as a student, and once you get your degree, every single day that you go out into the world as a D'Youville University saint, just know that you are going to make a difference and a positive difference in the lives of people across the globe. Thank you so much for the honor of being here with each and every one of you today, and congratulations. Congratulations. Thanks, Scott.
Well, thank you, Senator Kennedy. Now I'd like to introduce, we'll skip ahead to a student's perspective to see how this change to D'Youville University will affect student life on campus. Please join me in welcoming John Rizek, Student Government President and third-year Doctor of Pharmacy student. John.
Thank you, Jack, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone here, especially the people sitting behind me, for your support and your dedication into making this happen. It is such an honor to be able to stand here today and give this address. An honor, but not a surprise. I'm not surprised because D'Youville is constantly pushing forward into the future and changing the way higher education serves students, the community, and the world. I'm incredibly excited that our name finally reflects who we are, a university. But if you ask about my experience, a university is all I've known. I think about when I started my time here, and the hub was just a drawing and a foam model we got to look at in the lobby of the DAC. Hearing about what the building would be, who it would serve, and what it would offer, you would think that it would take many years for this to become a reality. But not at D'Youville. Students, administration, faculty and staff put all their thoughts, ideas, and ambitions into the project, and just a few years later, the hub is a reality. That's a university. I think about my classmates who are athletes, and I remember how excited they were when Duville announced that we would be transitioning to become a Division II institution. This was during a pandemic when most institutions were holding steady on projects for fear of the future, but not Duville. We pushed forward, and now I get to watch those same classmates compete in NBA stadiums. That's a university. I think about how dedicated Duville is to the success of all students and constantly introduces ways to promote this success. During the same time that my friends at other schools were being kicked out of their residence halls during COVID, having their tuition increased with no return, and being left to navigate the pandemic with minimal support, I saw Duville keep our residence halls open and running. I saw the creation of the Book Ready and the Tech Ready programs, and I saw relief scholarships created to make sure we were safe and ready for tomorrow. That's a university. I reflect on all the trips I have been on, where I have gone to network with alumni, prospective students, and business leaders. Telling them about my life as a Saint and sharing everything that we do at Duville always gets the same response: smiles and amazement. That's a university. I think about the students and everything that we have contributed to the future of Duville, the projects that we have dedicated ourselves to ensure that tomorrow's students come to a thriving, energized campus. Public art installations, new student spaces, dedicated funding for research and professional development, peer support structures, and programming to both educate and excite us. Initiatives like that, from the students, for the students. That's a university. Finally, I think about the Student Government Association and the incredible transformation that we have gone through over the past few years. With the new constitution, a new meeting model, and transparent practices, the SGA is ensuring that all students have a voice at the table. And more importantly, this voice is heard and listened to by the administration. Traveling to national student government conferences, I have heard that this isn't always the case at other schools, but this is the everyday norm at Duville. That is a university. I'm thrilled to be here today, and I'm so happy that our name will finally reflect who we are to the world. But I'm not surprised by the state's decision, because if you ask me, all I've ever known is Duville University. Thank you.
Thank you, John. It's now my great pleasure to welcome Joe Kozo, Chair of the Duville Board of Trustees, currently serves as the President and CEO of Buffalo Hearing and Speech, was formerly the Chief of Operating Officer of Baker Victory Services. Joe is a lifelong advocate for children, families, education, and Buffalo's West Side. Please welcome Joe Kozo.
Well, like others before me, let me just begin by quickly thanking Dr. Collins and Senator Kennedy again. We could not have accomplished this without their help in Albany and without their support of this great institution, so thank you. Thank you, Dr. Clemo. Thank you to you and your leadership team for bringing this across the goal line. You know the Board of Trustees has been hopeful for this for many years, and we actually had our application into the state many years ago. So to get to this point today, we thank you for your accomplishment. In closing out a celebration like this, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the woman who began with a vision, began this important mission over 114 years ago. St. Marguerite Duville was so important to her time. And again, as we celebrate Duville University, she's important once again because she saw something that was needed. She took action to make it happen, and her legacy lives on today, 2022, all those years later. So thank you, St. Marguerite Duville. You were a woman of vision. On behalf of the board, I'd like to say how much we are grateful for all of those who went before us. When I think about the alumni, the men and women who have graduated from Duville College, and their importance in the world, they've touched millions of lives as educators and health professionals and business leaders. Duville College has probably changed millions of lives because of those people. So we are grateful to the Duville community that have gone before us. We're thankful for the Duville community today. We are an institution of great rigor academically. We are an institution that serves its community. We are an institution that is forward-looking. And so to all of the students, to all of our great faculty, to our staff, to our leadership, we are thankful for you. We wouldn't be here today in this celebration mode without you. And lastly, I think I want to say how excited we are and how hopeful we are for all of those who will follow us today. When I look out at you, the student body of Duville College, I say, you are Duville University. You will go out and change the world. You will go out and create thousands of tiny miracles on behalf of this great institution. So I want you to join me today in one last round of applause, not only for Duville University, but for those who came before us, those who are here now, and those who will follow us. Duville University, congratulations, you have arrived.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I again want to say thank you to our Board of Trustees. We have 3 former chairs of our board with us today, and we are so blessed to have such a dedicated group of volunteers that help this institution move forward. Now, I want to invite all of you at the end of our ceremonies to join us for a reception and for pictures out on our front lawn with our new Duville University sign. But before we end, I have one last surprise. I would like to honor Senator Kennedy, alumni class of 1999, with DeUville's first issued diploma from DeUville University. Senator Kennedy? I hope you can hang that proudly in your office in Albany. Thank you again, Senator. So, how do you feel? Do you feel any different? Everything has changed as we've been in this room together. New opportunities just opened to all of you, and we have a whole new perspective on what the world is ahead of us. I don't know about you, but I have a feeling, a good feeling about all of this. And I've got a feeling that today is going to be a good day.
I've got a feeling that today's gonna be a good day. That today's gonna be a good day. That today's gonna be a good day. I got a feeling that today's gonna be a good day. That today's gonna be a good day. That today's gonna be a good day. Today's the day.
Hey!
Let's live it up.
Let's light it up!
We got a new name.
Thanks!
Let's light it up.
Let's light it up!
Go out and yell it.
Yell it!
Like, oh my gosh.
Like, oh my God!
Jump off that sofa.
Woo!
Let's kick it off. We're DYU.
Thanks!
Mazel tov.
Wow.
Look at us dancing.
Move it, move
Just
it.
the town.
You will
We'll
red.
shut it down.
Shut it down.
And then we'll do it again. Let's do it, 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 do it, do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, do it, do it, do it. Here we come, here we go. We are the Saints, easy come, easy go. Now on the top, feel the shot. Body rock, rock it, don't stop, round and round, up and down, around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. University, we are here to stay. Party every day, party every. I got a feeling. Ooh.
Thank you all for joining us. Enjoy your day, Duville University Saints.